Months of detective work, NTSB investigators finally believe they understand what caused the crash of Emory Worldwide Flight 17. They know that in the weeks leading up to the accident, 2 different teams of mechanics worked in the plane's tail. The NTSB can't be 100% sure where the error occurred. The routine maintenance in Tennessee, or the damper swap at Emory.
I believe that when this work was done on the damper the second time, he simply put the rod up, put the nut on it, did some other work, closing up, and forgot to put the cotter pin in the nut.
Investigators believe that the DC-8 flew for some time without incident, despite the loose nut.
So now over the next few weeks, the nut comes loose because there's nothing holding it on, essentially. And now the bolt starts to work loose. Oh, there it is. Boom.
A slight bump on the FDR data indicates that the bolt likely came out 8 minutes before the plane's last landing in Sacramento. The crew would have had no idea what was going on in the tail of their plane. And because the disconnected push rod didn't jam the elevator controls, the captain was able to land safely. The subsequent takeoff is a very different story.
Airspeed's alive.
Alive here.
80 knots.
80 knots.
As the plane accelerates down the runway, airspeed increases, pushing the elevator control tab up, forcing the crank fitting against the push rod, and jamming the elevator in a nose-up position.
Watch the tail.
The plane instantly pitches up, even as the first officer pushes down on the yoke.
You at the airport? Bring it around. Power.
The crew works valiantly to try and get back to the runway, but their fate is sealed.
Power. Come on.
Nobody's out there to intentionally do something that would cause harm to anybody else. But sometimes we get a little bit of, lackadaisical attitude or complacent. We get distracted. And those little things end up resulting in a big tragedy.
On behalf of all the employees of Emory Worldwide Airlines, we want to express our sympathies to the families of the victims of this tragedy.